First, clamp the pipes in the clamping devices. If necessary, use pipe supports so that the pipes are aligned. Swivel the facer in so that the safety hooks click in. The pipes must be faced simultaneously. Face until an even chip is produced on both sides. Release the facing pressure and open the machine slide again. Remove the shavings. Move the pipes together until they touch. The gap between the pipes may not exceed 0.5 millimeters. At the same time, check the wall offset of the pipes. The wall offset may only be a maximum of 10% of the pipe.
When assembling the equipment, the fittings should be clean and undamaged, and then they should be assembled hand tight only. When assembling the equipment, ensure that the threads screw quite easily into the fittings on the cylinders, taking great care not to cross the threads when assembling. Note that the acetylene cylinder has a left-hand thread so that it can't be fitted onto an oxygen cylinder. And again, hand tight. Next, the flashback arresters, or FBAs as they are known. These fit onto the outlets of the regulators. Taking note of the colour codings and the left-hand threads. Same with the oxygen. And now the hoses. Red to the acetylene. Blue to the oxygen. And again, it should fit nice and easily, and just tighten up very gently at the end. Check all joints that we've assembled with an appropriate leak detector spray, looking for any signs of bubbling. If that should occur, check the fitting concerned. Now set the working pressure on the acetylene with the valve open, and then on the oxygen. Purge the hose of any mixed gas, and then light the torch. Acetylene first, and then oxygen, and bring back to a neutral flame.
Arc welding is usually accomplished by means of an electric arc formed between the work and a coated metallic electrode. Let's see what happens. When the arc is struck, it almost instantly creates a temperature of about 6,500 degrees Fahrenheit. This melts both the base metal and the metal in the electrode. The metal from the electrode is melted off in tiny droplets, is carried across the arc and mixed with the molten base metal. The force of the arc and the forward travel of the electrode causes the mixed molten metal to be pushed to the rear of the crater, where it cools to form a bead. The movement of this metal toward the rear of the crater and the depth of the crater are an excellent check on the quality of the work. The operator should learn to use it as his guide. At the same time that the metal is melting, the coating on the electrode is being consumed. This takes place slower than the melting of the electrode, which shields the arc and helps direct the flow of metal.
This is an electrode holder, and this is one of the shielded metal arc welding electrodes. Place the electrode in the electrode holder, turn the handle, and clamp the electrode firmly in the electrode holder. When you turn the machine on and select the proper amount of current, this electrode becomes electrically charged. It's basically a live wire now. When you touch it down to a piece of steel that's grounded to the machine. Like that, you create an electric arc that begins to melt the wire. The wire is covered with a flux that prevents oxygen and nitrogen in the atmosphere from getting at the weld puddle. As you proceed making the weld, the flux seals the weld off from the atmosphere and tempers it as it proceeds. It's very important to learn how to strike an arc properly. It's the basic beginning technique that you will learn. What I suggest to my students is they scratch the electrode like a match, like this. Scratch it like a match, and when the arc is established, begin making a bead of weld.